What's going on, everyone? So, ton of cameos, ton of returning Ghostface in particular. We know Roman's back. We know Matthew Lillard and Stu Macher's back. So you got Scott Foley, Matthew Lillard. There's rumors of like Jill still, and Billy and all these others. And a lot of the questions is in what capacity are they going to come? Like the most common and I think most logical kind of logic is that hey, it's going to be in the shape of a voice changer or AI or some deep fake type thing. That's kind of the rumor and the trend going around. And again, I think that is the thing that makes the most sense. I'm always excited for cameos, especially for iconic characters and characters that we all love. If you can bring them in a reasonable fashion, right? It's got to make sense. You don't want them, you don't want like all the Ghostface coming back from the dead. You want something where like Sydney wakes up, and it was all just a dream. Haha, like it wasn't real. And you were there, for those that get that reference. But point is that I wish that they would have kind of kept things under wraps in that regard. I wish that they would have, like, especially the Stu Macher, Matthew Lillard thing, I think should have been kind of hush hush, low key, quiet. Originally there was supposed to be talks about them revealing that at the trailer, where now it kind of seems like, it's not now. It is that we all know. So, maybe the casual audience goer, right? I talk about that all the time. There's still be a lot of people that are surprised when the trailer comes out and you see Stu Macher. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be shocked because not everyone watches all the interviews and, YouTube channels like myself and many others that all are diving into these things. But we have rumors. Again, it's always a rumor, so take everything with a grain of salt. But we have a rumor that there is a surprise cameo that is supposed to reveal themselves in this film. Not like reveal, like take the mask off or anything like that, but just like there is a surprise cameo that we're not aware of. Right? Now, will that be found out before the film comes out, or is that something that they'll kind of keep hush-hush and under wraps, right? Because again, the Matthew Lillard thing, Stu Macher thing, that was supposed to be until the trailer came out, and then they kind of spilt the beans, right? And they said because all the rumors and everything going around, but it's like that's what they are. Let them be that. So clearly you wanted that to get out sooner rather than later, right? You wanted to create that early buzz and whatnot, and it did. It did its job, right? And now there's all kinds of speculation, and still, I'm making videos regularly about the Stu Macher thing. But question becomes, obviously, is who is it? Is it a returning character? Is it a character that's alive? Is it a character that is dead? Is it, like, what is it? Like, there's rumors of Jill, but that hasn't been announced, right? So, like, do they do something like that? Is it a character that's alive or dead? Like, in the sense of, is it a cameo, but it's not them alive? Like, maybe it's some dialogue with Jill, right? Because Jill's dead, right? Like, are they going to, like, pull the twist where we think Matthew Lillard's alive, but it's really not. It's really Jill instead. Right? It's like, haha, you thought it was Stu this whole time, and it wasn't. It was really Jill, right? Because, I mean, it could be, like I said, Jill, Angelina makes some sense. Craving Something Scary is another one that, has talked about it. Like, we're very, like, Angelina, we think, was involved. We kind of have our tinfoil caps on, like, I'm pretty confident that she had something to do with it. It was Angelina in the kitchen with a candle. If it's, how many male, like Joel? Could it be Joel? That could be kind of interesting, right? Like maybe Joel is the one that it actually ends up being. There's a lot of characters. It could be Martha Meeks. It could be, now that Jenna Ortega's done with filming Wednesday, right? Because supposedly she didn't leave for the Melissa Barrera thing. Could she maybe have like a little cameo or something at the end? You could rack your brain for hours on the potential and ideas. I just hope it's done executed properly. I hope it's done in the correct manner. Like that's the thing. I don't want to see it be something where, it's just like shock value or whatever, just for shock value or whatever, right? And is the character alive or dead? There's so many different angles and directions that they could go with this to to really kind of keep us on the edge, keep us on our toes. You know, to me, I would love to see, you know, a character, like whatever character it is, actually serve a purpose, right? I think Kirby is arguably the most, like, realistic and probably a reasonable one. Right? They're just supposed to be doing the Kirby movie, and then, you know, she was in Scream 6, and she's the FBI agent tracking down and hunting Ghostface, so maybe she got word of a Ghostface coming down. There's also those rumors that, like, Stu Macher's house is the opening scene, and, you know, everything kind of takes place there in the opening, so maybe Kirby kind of tracked that Ghostface, right? Like how she tracked the one to New York to go after, you know, Sam and Tara. So maybe it's something where she tracked the Ghostface from Woodsboro down to LA, and then maybe towards the end or at the end of the movie, she shows up and that killer survives, and she's like, you know, I'm here, but, or maybe it's like, oh, I showed up, but, you know, it looks like you guys took care of it type thing. You know, or maybe she's the one that kind of, maybe she has some information for Sydney. You know, maybe she's like, hey, you know, like, we need to talk. Like, there's more to this than what you think. Right? Like, you know, or maybe Sydney asks her, like, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you find something for me? Can you find something out for me? And she's like, yeah, sure. And then she's like, oh, like, this is much deeper than you think type thing. You could have some kind of connected dialogue or whatever that kind of sets up, because we know we're getting Scream 8. So it's like, there's some connective dialogue where we can be like, okay, you know, this is the connection, this is the tie-in type thing. I just, you know, give me some creativity. Have the character, if it is a cameo or whatever, have it serve some sort of purpose other than like them just like standing in the background or whatever. I just don't like, who outside of Kirby, who could it really be? You know, because like Martha Meeks and Joel probably wouldn't yield a exciting return. Like, I said this in Scream 6 when there was talks about Joel. Like, most people I don't even think would recognize Joel. I think most people would be like, who's that? Right? Like, you know, if Dwayne Martin returned, and I think most people would just be like, wait, which character is that? Oh, the character from Scream 2. Like, you know, us diehards would probably recognize it and be like, oh, no, that's Joel. Oh, my God. But, you know, the casual moviegoer, you know, is it a connection to Ghostface? Is it not a connection to Ghostface? Is it, you know, is it a character we're familiar with? Is the cameo an actor or an actress that we're not expecting, but it's not a character that we're familiar with and know about? Again, there are so many things it could be, racking our heads and our brains around it. But, you know, again, like I said, give me a good story, give me good execution, whatever the cameo or character it is. You know, make sure it's done in a proper manner. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? What is your guess? You know, give me like your top 3 or 5, right? Like, list down in the comments your top like 3 to 5. Who do you think that secret cameo is? Like I said, it'll probably get revealed at some point. But anyway, how do you feel? Love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.